Dear students, let us solve a very important problem from trigonometry. The question is usually coming in the examination. The question is the value of a cos pi by 65 into cos of a 2 pi by 65 into cos 4 pi by 65 into cos 8 pi by 65 into cos 16 pi by 65 into cos 32 pi by 65 each. Beat A 1 by 32, beat B 3 by 64, beat C 1 by 64, beat D 1 by 16, and we have to find the correct answer. This is the expression given. We can write this is equals to 1 by 2 sin pi by 65 into 2 sin pi by 65 cos pi by 65 into cos 2 pi by 65 into cos 4 pi by 65 cos 8 pi by 65 cos 16 pi by 65 into cos 32 pi by 65. This is equals to 1 by 2 sin pi by 65. This is 2 sin pi by 65 cos pi by 65. This will be sin 2 pi by 65 because we know sin 2a is equal to 2 sin a cos a. So this formula we have used here. Into cos of 2 pi by 65 into cos of 4 pi by 65 into cos of 8 pi by 65 cos of 16 pi by 65 into cos of 32 pi by 65. This is equal to 1 by 2 into 2 4 sin pi by 65. Here it will be 2 sin 2 pi by 65 into cos 2 pi by 65 into cos of 4 pi by 65 into cos of 8 pi by 65 into cos of 16 pi by 65 into cos of 32 pi by 65. This is equals to 1 by 4 sin pi by 65 into here 2 sin 2 pi by 65 cos 2 pi by 65. This will be sin 4 pi by 65 into cos 4 pi by 65 into cos 8 pi by 65 into cos 16 pi by 65 into cos 32 pi by 65. This is equals to, again multiplying 2 and dividing by 2, it becomes 1 by 8 sin pi by 65, and this will be 2 into sin 4 by 65 cos 4 pi by 65 is sin 8 pi by 65. So here cos 8 pi by 65 into cos 16 pi by 65 into cos 32 pi by 65. This is equals to, again multiplying 2, it becomes 1 by 16 sin pi by 65. Here 2 into sin 8 pi by 65 cos 8 pi by 65. It becomes sin 16 pi by 65 with the same reason that we have applied previously. Here it is cos 16 pi by 65 cos 32 pi by 65. Now applying the same procedure, we get 1 by 32. We have multiplied 2 and divided by 2. 32 sin pi by 65. It becomes 2 sin 16 pi by 65 cos 16 pi by 65 becomes sin 32 pi by 65, and here cos 32 pi by 65. This is again 1 by 64 sin pi by 65. We have multiplied and divided it by 2. Now 2 sin of 32 pi by 65 cos 32 pi by 65 becomes sin 64 pi by 65. This is equals to 1 by 64 sin pi by 65, and this can be written as sin pi minus pi by 65. So now 65 pi minus pi, 64 pi by pi, and we know sin of pi minus theta is equal to sin theta. So this gives us 1 by 64 sin pi by 65 into sin pi by 65. So sin pi by 65, sin pi by 65 cancel. This is equals to 1 by 64 answer. So we get bit C is the correct answer. So bit C is the correct answer. Here the question is the value of cos pi by 65, cos 2 pi by 65, cos 4 pi by 65, cos 8 pi by 65, cos 16 pi by 65, cos 32 pi by 65. And the choices are given, and we got the correct answer. G 1 by 64. So we started with the given expression. Just we have divided here 2 sin pi by 65 and multiplied with it 2 sin pi by 65. Now 2 sin pi by 65 cos pi by 65. The remaining factors are cos 2 pi by 65, cos 4 pi by 65, cos 8 pi by 65, cos 16 pi by 65 into cos 32 pi by 65. So this bracketed expression is sine 2 pi by 65 because 2 sine A cos A is equal to sine 2A. That we have applied. So again we have a multiplier and divided by 2. It becomes 1 by 4 sine pi by 65. This becomes 2 sine 2 pi by 65 cos 2 pi by 65 into cos 4 pi by 65 into cos 8 pi by 65 cos 16 pi by 65 cos 32 pi by 65. Now this becomes 1 by 4 sine pi by 65 and this becomes 2 sine 2 pi by 65 cos 2 pi by 65 becomes sine 4 pi by 65. Now again we are having cos 4 pi by 65. The remaining factors are cos 8 pi by 65, cos 16 pi by 65, cos 32 pi by 65. Now multiplying 2 divided by 2, we get 1 by 8 sine pi by 65 and this becomes after multiplication sine 8 pi by 65. Now cos 8 pi by 65, cos 16 pi by 65, cos 32 pi by 65. Again multiplying by 2 and dividing by 2, we get 1 by 16 pi. This will be sine 16 pi by 65, cos 16 pi by 65, cos 32 pi by 65. Again multiplying 2 and dividing by 2, we get sine 32 pi by 65. This is cos 32 pi by 65. Becomes 1 by 64 sine pi by 65, sine 64 pi by 65. So now this expression can be written as sine pi minus pi by 65 because it is 65 pi minus pi. And we know sine of pi minus theta is equal to sine theta. So it becomes sine pi by 65. Sine pi by 65, here sine pi by 65 cancel. We get the correct answer is 1 by 64. That is bit C answer. With this, the topic for this class is completed. I shall meet you soon with a new topic. Till then, goodbye.